10 weeks ago I set off to drive the entire coast of mainland Scotland whilst living in my van. And this part of the journey takes me further up the east coast into Angus. From local moonshine distilleries to fishing off the cliffs, and then into something I didn't expect at all, hidden sea caves along this dramatic coastline of Arbroath. Oh my god!
Yep.
Well, good morning everyone, and for those of you that have been following my journey week to week every Sunday, I hope you had a great week. I am really excited for this next phase of the journey. As you'll know in the last episode, we covered my home city of Dundee, and in this episode we're going to be travelling from Dundee along the coast to Arbroath. I've got lots planned, and my first stop today is somewhere that I hadn't even heard of 3 days ago. It was a business that contacted me by email and asked me if I would like to come along for an experience, and I've never tried Scottish moonshine before, so this was an opportunity that I could not miss out on. So first stop today is to go and see the mixers of mayhem at the Angus Alchemy distillery. And as I move further north along the east coast from Dundee, I pass through Arbroath Ferry and Monifeith, where I got my hair cut in last week's episode. Wow, look at this place. Wow. How cool is this? Well, Colin, absolute pleasure to meet you.
Nice to meet you, David.
Thanks so much for having me along and contacting me. I was a real surprise because I didn't actually know we did moonshine in Scotland. So, like, how did you guys start it? Where did the idea come from? And you know, how do you make it? More importantly,
I think your first point was still a wee bit of a surprise. To a lot of people, even that stayed down in Carnoustie, Monifeith, Arbroath Ferry. So having you here to try and obviously kind of raise our profile a wee bit as well on your grand tour that you're on just now. So so basically, Angus Alchemy, we've been a business since 2021.
Right. Okay.
We've had this distillery since the year after, so 2022. Now, how we came to be where we are, making moonshine, so I've got 3 directors, there's 3 founders of the business. So we've got Campbell, Phil and Martin, and 2 of these guys spent too much time basically in North Carolina drinking too much American moonshine. But the thought process was, well, we can make moonshine with locally sourced ingredients using famous recipes, and traditional recipes, you know. So that's our kind of 2 main moonshine lines were born. Out of that kind of thought process as well. And
is it a traditional moonshine, or is it slightly different in a sense, or is it just how you make it is slightly different? Or?
So why we call it moonshine, so I guess there's 2 points to make. There's moonshine as the umbrella term that we use. The classification is a spirit drink. So we need to have that classification of across the front of our bottles, just to clarify it and kind of make sure there's no misunderstanding in terms of what it is. Right? So the moonshine is the umbrella term because of the process that we use. So we hark back to 1920s Prohibition America. So when the Scots and the Irish went across, they would make obviously illegal liquor by the light of the moon.
Bathtubs.
Absolutely, mate. Absolutely, We've moved on from bathtubs slightly, so we've got our 2 operating stills here just now. So basically that 2-stage process was alcohol and flavour. So we still use an unflavoured, uncoloured, unaged neutral grain spirit as our base for the moonshine, and basically all we're doing is compounding flavours in and then mixing it and letting it sit to make our moonshine liquor. That makes sense,
I'm loving these names. Clutie, Cranachan, which is a classic Scottish dessert, honeyberry, lemon cream. Oh, brilliant.
So these were our first 2. So these are the first 2 that the guys came up with was Clutie. obviously the ingredients are clouty dumpling.
Yep.
So mixed through our kind of neutral grain spirit there, we've got cinnamon, cloves, nutmeg, mixed fruit, mixed spice, raisins, sultanas. Basically all the ingredients you would find in a clouty dumpling.
Right,
all right,
okay.
so, and then the Cranachan, honey, raspberry, roasted oats.
Yeah.
All right, and then the dessert,
Classic.
you've got whiskey, you've got cream, but obviously we don't put the whiskey and cream.
So obviously we've got the clouty, Cranachan, and could you tell me a little bit just more about these other two, the honeyberry and lemon cream in there?
Yeah,
as well?
absolutely. So the honeyberry, honeyberries are kind of new to the kind of
superfood.
UK. Superfood, full antioxidants. I'm going to put a disclaimer here: when you pop into 40% moonshine, it's maybe not so good for you. All right? But we kind of go with medicinal purposes, and basically the honeyberry is honeyberries soaked in the clouty. So we've got the clouty as the base.
Right.
So you get that berry kind of front note coming through, and you've got the spiciness of the back note
Lovely,
as well.
yeah.
What we found out by accident, and it was actually a gentleman that came to a show, that if you mix honeyberry with a certain mixer, you remember the old school cola cube sweeties you got?
Yeah, yeah.
So if you mix honeyberry and iron brew, it tastes like old
No
school
way.
cola cube sweeties.
Cola cubes?
Yeah. So that's one to try.
Right.
The lemon cream, so we affectionately refer to our lemon cream moonshine as limoncello on steroids. All
Right.
So limoncello sits about 18-22%. Our wee lemon cream sits about 43%.
Right,
And basically
okay.
the only ingredients in there is we've got lemon rinds, Madagascar and vanilla. We've got a wee bit of sugar in the same base spirit as well.
Brilliant.
So that's our core moonshine, sorry. We also distill gin as
I was
well.
away to say you've got gin over there too.
Yeah, so obviously in terms of the drinks market, there's a lot of gins out there.
Yeah.
We keep winning awards for our gins, therefore there's demand that we keep producing. So
Wow,
we make prickly gin.
Right,
All right,
okay.
So we call it prickly because it's got the usual botanicals, but it's also got nettle, thistle and heather in there
Right,
as well.
okay.
All right. We also do a prickly pink version, which has
Right.
got pink peppercorn and a wee bit of raspberry and rose in there as well.
Wow, right,
Those
okay.
two sit at 40%. Now with 40% moonshine or gin's not strong enough for you, David, we also do a Navy strength 57.5%.
Navy strength.
Navy strength gin, yeah.
57?
Yeah, that's the one that's won the awards.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So Navy Strength last year won highly commended by the Gin Guide 2025.
Wow.
And we also picked up bronze at the Scottish Gin Awards for high strength gin.
Fantastic.
And just to roll out some of the awards, so our Clouty Moonshines won 3-year back-to-back bronze International Wines and Spirits Awards.
Wow.
And we just won last year for the first time. Our Honeyberry won bronze at the Great Taste Guide. So we're very, very proud of the drinks today.
I know, I mean, and I quite like my drink and like my nips and like my Guinness, as you know,
yeah.
and obviously like my whiskey and that. I didn't even heard of this place until you contacted
Yeah.
me 3 days ago, and yet you're winning all these awards as well. That's absolutely brilliant. See, I love finding hidden
Yeah,
gems like
no,
this. That's what
absolutely,
this road
yeah.
trip is all about finding hidden gems like this and to try and share it with others as well.
100%, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
absolutely amazing. And the thing is, as well, you did when you first contacted me, you did say, if you're looking for some accommodation, because it's not just the distillery that you do, you've actually got accommodation
Yeah, absolutely.
that people can stay in as well. Obviously, I can't because I'm moving on, so I had to decline, unfortunately. But you do have accommodation
yeah.
as well. So how does that work?
So right across the car park, so there are two south-facing Airbnb cottages.
Right.
They're affectionately called Clouty and Cranachan. So if you wanted to search for their Airbnb Clouty and Airbnb Cranachan, they are finished to a very, very high standard. Hot tubs, fire pits in the back.
Hot tubs in that?
Yeah, I can take you across and give you a look
I can't
as well.
believe I've got to go.
I sent you the links as well. You could have
I
been
know.
there.
I would
You
have.
could have been
I
there.
would have loved.
Yeah.
I would have loved to.
And just for the record, I did allow you to say
I know.
the
Yeah,
link,
I know.
but
you
you've
did.
turned me down.
I know. I did.
Yeah.
I had to. Unfortunately, I've got other meetings planned, but no.
So
but
what's
that's
not like?
great.
You've got a distillery and you've got literally rolling distance across the car park.
Get yourself a
You're
bottle.
into
Get
hot
in
tub.
a hot
Absolutely.
tub.
Yeah, what's not
have
to
a few
enjoy? Yeah.
nips.
So will I show you the process?
Absolutely,
Right.
please.
Excellent. Right. So if we take the Clouty as the example, all right. So we take all those ingredients that I've just listed: cinnamon, cloves, nutmeg, mixed fruit, mixed spice, raisins, sultanas, and essentially what we're doing is we're using a large tea bag. All right.
Right.
So these large bags, the ingredients go in there, and then what we're doing is we're filling our operating stills with water. All right, we boil the water and then we hang the ingredients inside the still to take the flavour off in the boiling water.
Wow.
Okay, that's process number one.
It's like a tea bag.
Pretty much tea bag, and then you've obviously got everything left in there,
Yeah,
and we're taking the flavour. So then what we do is we take the flavour off, and then we will add it to the neutral grain spirit once it's reduced down to room temperature, and then we will mix it through so our moonshine sits between 40 and 42%. So a proper moonshine with at least
lovely.
a 40% ABV.
Yep.
All right. You see the vats at the back here?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we've got two 750 litre vats, two 500ml vats. So then we'll take the flavour and we'll sit it in neutral grain spirit in one of these vats for between 2 and 12 weeks, depending on which drink, because we understand with ingredients, the complexity, what's that kind of optimum time for having it sitting in these vats.
Yep.
Then what happens is we take it out of the vats and then we filter it into 25 litre drums up here.
Yeah.
Okay, and then we move it across into the corner, and you can just see our massive bottling plant in the corner.
Yeah.
And then we'll cork it, we'll seal it, and we'll label it, and up to the finished product here.
Brilliant. And I love the fact that you're doing all the label and everything by hand.
Absolutely.
As well. So how many bottles are you producing a day, would you say?
But obviously it's based on demand, right? So January, February time, there's that downturn. We're away to go into kind of manic event season. So generally across a week, we'll be looking to probably bottle around between 1,000 and 1,500.
Wow, right.
Depending on obviously availability, what previous sales are doing, what events are coming up, because we've got historical data that suggests we know what sales we're going to do roughly at certain events.
Yes.
And then this year we're looking at kind of trying to cover more of Scotland, certainly, in terms of events, so we need to kind of build that into production.
Now, you say events, so what type of events do you mean?
Anything from local events, so we attend the local gala days, we're in Carnoustie, Moneyfeith, Broughty Ferry. We do Highland Games, we're at a lot of Highland Games this year, local all the way up to the north and the very kind of west of Scotland as well.
Brilliant.
We've got a couple of events coming up at the P&J, we're at the SEC.
Have you ever done sort of like farmers markets or any of that type of stuff? Is that
that's ones we do all the time as well.
Right.
So we do the local Angus farmers markets, which are obviously all the other kind of towns in Angus, but then we also do a lot of events for the between two firths. So that's basically Cooper, St Andrews and Stirling.
Brilliant.
So we do them as well. So yeah, we've got a small team. The team's only 10, but amongst us we manage to deliver everything from running the distillery, the production, the social media side, to running external, internal events.
Brilliant. And so that's where you are now. What's the next stages for you? Where do you want to sort of go from here?
I think the plan for Angus Alchemy, next thing would be food retail and wholesale. So just now a lot of ours are direct to consumer or direct to kind of buyer.
Right.
So we're obviously trying to make that transition into the bigger supermarkets, and what comes with that is obviously then wholesale distribution as well.
Yeah.
And we're still at that point where we're trying to kind of grow the brand, grow the presence across Scotland.
Yep.
Once we've done that, then we'll be looking at the whole UK.
Brilliant.
And then we've got export to Europe, and then obviously the big fish is the export to America.
Moonshine.
Always
I don't know. I mean, my followers and a lot of my subscribers on here will like the idea of that. I'm sure.
Love it. Yeah. It's very well received when we get Americans that come in here. Obviously, a lot of them play the local championship course.
Of course.
So
Carnoustie.
Yeah. So when we get the opportunity to entertain, they'll love it.
Yeah, well, that's it. Well, you've got St Andrews just over the water as well. I mean, this is really the sort of a hub of golf, really, in the country.
Yeah.
With the home of golf being in St Andrews, and Carnoustie is probably one of the most famous courses in the world as well.
Definitely,
so you do have a captive market there as well.
I think certainly coming out of COVID, one of the benefits, if you can kind of tag it as that, would be that a lot of people do kind of buy more local now, and Scottish people buy Scottish. We know that.
Yeah.
So we've certainly seen them in that. Before I was working in the distillery, my background was food retail, and we've certainly seen that kind of almost transitional period coming out of COVID, and that kind of almost the rise of the local supply, local buyers, that kind of thing.
Yeah, I think. I mean, for myself personally, I mean, we all have to use supermarkets and things like that, of course, for general sort of things, but I'm kind of just fed up feeding the machine. I mean, I live in a van, so but when it comes to my food choices and stuff like that, I would just much rather buy from locally sourced, produce, places that are producing it, whether it's fish or meat or whatever, vegetables, fruits, of course, as well. It's just so much healthier for you, so much better for you, and like I said, it drives the local community. There's been a real shift. When my mum was young, growing up in Dundee, when you went to get your meat, you went to the local butcher. When you went to get your veg, you went down to the market. And it was like that all over Scotland.
Definitely.
And then obviously the supermarkets have sort of taken that over. Consequently now the pub trade's not where it once was, and things like that as well. And so I think it is really, really important. I think more and more people are getting on board with that message.
I agree, and that's the feedback we get, is that people would prefer to come to a distillery, local distillery like ourselves, and buy local. Something a wee bit different, or even more so, just because it's local, and kind of buying into that and moving away from the big kind of corporate, the big six, so to speak. So we certainly see that as in terms of what we the feedback we get from our kind of customers. And
yeah, brilliant.
I'm not sure that type of field of moonshine.
Are you able to, like, so for people watching that maybe either in Scotland or beyond, are you able to order online?
Yeah, so we can deliver to mainland UK. And the islands as well. Sorry, so we can deliver. In terms of kind of export to Europe and America, we're kind of talking, and we're
bit different.
We're working on that. But anybody with a UK postcode, we can basically deliver. Everything's available online.
Right. Okay. Brilliant.
And the products behind you that we'll kind of probably come on to talk about is our ready-to-drink moonshine cocktails in cans.
Yeah, I've seen that.
They're available on Amazon just now.
But no, the reason I asked that as well, because it is so difficult now, especially for, you know, a young business like yours that are looking to grow, getting into that export side of things, the red tape and the sort of, you know, the stuff you have to go through to actually, you know, not just to go further afield, but even the EU now, obviously with Brexit, it's just so much more difficult to get that set up. But I really honestly wish you all the best.
Thank you very much.
I really do, because this has been such an awesome surprise. As soon as I walked through the doors, I was like, holy shit, it looks amazing, you know.
We always get that wow factor, you know. People don't realise what's inside the big green shed.
Yeah, you see the green shed and you see the sign, and that's pretty cool. But then you walk in here, it's like, I mean, this looks like a sort of mad scientist sort of set up in a lab or something. Oh no, I love it. I love it.
You've not met the 3 directors yet. They're the mad scientists.
I read that on your website. Brilliant. But no, listen, thank you so much for your time.
No, thank you. Appreciate it.
Honestly, really appreciate it.
Great to see you. Thank you very much.
Sure. Well, I am delighted they got in touch with me. Honestly, that place is so cool, and it's a proper hidden gem. I'd never even heard of it before, and it's great hearing that they do so much. Like there's a local artist going in tonight and doing like an open sort of mic night, an acoustic night sort of thing, and they do different events as well throughout the sort of month for different sort of get-togethers and all that kind of stuff. It's not just tastings, which is just brilliant. I absolutely love all that. And they gave me a little goodie bag, so I've got some of their pre-mixed mixers, the cans, the ginger one, the fruity one, the lemon one, and I got a little Angus Alchemy cup, and they've given us they've given us these minis of the actual moonshine themselves, the different flavours, and with mixer thrown in as well, ginger ale, fever tree, etc. to try, and of course a wee bottle of Iron Brew, because that one mixed with Iron Brew that turns it into cola cubes. Now, if you're not from here, you probably won't even know what cola cubes are, but it's a classic sweetie that you get, like a sugary solid cube. And honestly, I cannot wait to try that. I'm definitely having one, maybe 2 in the van later on tonight once I get parked up. But I'm so glad I went there. That was such an amazing experience. And Colin and the rest of the staff that I met were absolutely lovely. And the accommodation as well looks superb. I am gutted after seeing it that I have to move on, because I would have really enjoyed an overnight stay, and they've got someone in tonight doing an acoustic set as well. It would have been brilliant to capture that, but I do have to move on, unfortunately. But that's perfect. If there's anyone out there that's going to be flying over here to come and play golf, St Andrews, Carnoustie, that's a perfect place to stay. And you get like a little voucher as well to go towards like the moonshine and stuff. And like I said, they do different events, you know, constantly throughout the month as well, with different things. I think they said they do, like, was it a curry night? Oh, I can't remember. But honestly, blown away. It's a proper hidden gem. I'm delighted that they reached out to me, because I would have never known that this place was here. Now this is Carnoustie, a small town on the Angus coast, known around the world for one thing: golf. It's a quiet, coastal town shaped by the North Sea, with a pace of life that feels a world away from the crowds it draws. But just beyond the shoreline sits something far more famous, the Carnoustie Golf Links. One of the toughest courses on the open rota, known for testing even the very best players in the game. And from here, my journey continues north to Arbroath. Now, I was going to go to the Carnoustie farm shop when I was in Carnoustie, but it's closed. It's a Thursday. It's the only day of the week they're closed, so gutted. I'm just coming into Arbroath now, and I'm just going to go to the big retail park. I just need to pick up some, peppers, lettuce, and stuff for what I'm cooking tonight in the van. Now, this is an official overnight stopover point for self-contained motorhomes and camper vans. It's perfect walking distance to explore the harbour and the town itself, with its various cafes, restaurants, attractions, and of course fishmongers to try a famous smoky. It's a personal favourite park up of mine on the east coast between Dundee and Aberdeen. Right, so got my shopping. I just got lettuce, cucumber, peppers, onion and tomatoes, and I've got some chicken there, and I'm going to marinate it in this tandoori. I'm going to stick the chicken in this bag, marinate it. Now normally I would do it overnight just so it really gets into the chicken and that, but I'm going to wait around about an hour tonight. I'm pretty hungry. And then I'm just going to fry some onion, some pepper, add the chicken to that, and I've also got these little sort of flatbreads. I'm going to toast flatbreads, add it in, with a bit of salad and that on top, and some of my babanaise. If you watched last week's episode in Dundee, you'll know I caught up with my mate Sonny, who makes Baba's sauce, and they've also got babanaise, which I didn't know, and he gave me a little gift set, so I'm going to put some of that babanaise on it and get tucked in. That's the plan anyway. Cue the time lapse. Right, now before I get tucked into that, you've seen in the previous episode my morning routine with my vitamins. I've got a tea time when I have my main meal routine, and then I've got my night time as well. God, this is a pain. So I have these ones with food at night, my main meal. And that's it. That's my full routine between last episode and this one. Day and night vitamins. Got to do it, especially now, well into my 40s now. I really need to look after myself, because I certainly didn't in my 20s. Wow, I've never used that tandoori marinade before. That's really good. And then the Babonnaise is sensational. And now it is time to try this Angus Alchemy nip. I want a bit of ice in it. And where is it? Iron Brew. Honestly, can't wait to see if this is actually like a cola cube or not. If this is really good, you know, they gave me this as a lovely gift. I wasn't expecting that, so thank you very much again, Colin and the team. And oh, I've got all four. So I've got the honeyberry, and that's what I'm going for. That'll be the Clutie. This will be the Cranachan, given the colour of it. Yep, the Cranachan, and the lemon cream. The limoncello on steroids. I think I'll leave that one tonight. But I'm really looking forward to trying this and seeing what this is actually like. If it's really good, I'm gonna probably nip back and get myself a bottle for the rest of this road trip. As well, I should have just bought one anyway. Whoa. That is... It smells pretty strong, but you do smell the berry in it as well. Oh, it's like a dark purple. Look at it. Just like a wee nip, save that half. Iron Brew. Right, cola cubes, apparently. I'm just going to put too much in. It goes exactly the same colour as the cola cubes. Let's have a taste. Quite nervous. Oh my god, I'm going back. That is sensational. That's like drinking... He wasn't lying. That is just like drinking a fizzy cola cube drink. Right, I've got to go back and get a bottle. That's just too good. I mean, if you're anywhere in the UK, you can order that online from them as well. Hopefully eventually it goes international. That is sensational. It's 40%, I don't even taste anything. Any of the alcohol, really. There's a tiny little bit, but I thought it was going to be like really strong. You know, you have that preconception of what moonshine is. Obviously it's the categorisation of it, but you know, it's not like Portuguese firewater or anything like that. It's delicious. And 40%, that's dangerous, isn't it? Oh, I love it. Yep, definitely get myself another bottle. Hats off to the mad scientists in there. The alchemists. Right, well, projector's coming out. I've got my little router I'm going to put in the front window here, and I'm going to chill out, and that'll be me for the night. I'll see you in the morning. There aren't many better places to get up at the crack of dawn, get a line in the water and try and catch your dinner than these dramatic cliffs in Arbroath. The cliffs rise straight out of the North Sea, raw, rugged and constantly being shaped by the water below. It's a place that draws you in. But what you see from above on the cliff walk is only part of the story, because hidden beneath these cliffs are some of the most dramatic sea caves on this coast. And today I'm heading out to explore them. I'm in, I think. Definitely. I don't know what it is. Doesn't feel like a cod. But it's a little pollock. Let me get that hook off you, pal. There you go. Wee pollock. Definitely not big enough to eat. I'll get it safely returned. Away you go. Well, I didn't blank like I usually do. As predicted, that was all I caught. Safely returned. Certainly didn't get any other bites or anything a little bit bigger that I could have had for my dinner. So it's just as well I left plenty of that chicken tandoori from last night, because that's what I'll be having later. I'm going to go and grab a quick nap. It's around about an hour and a half before I meet Andy and Cammy here to go kayaking along the cliffs and into the caves. I cannot wait, but it was a 5 AM alarm this morning, so a quick nap will do me the world of good. Hey folks, so I did say I was very excited about today, and I'm joined by my mate Andy and Cammy from Arbroath Cliff Tours, and we're gonna go in the kayaks, in the cliffs. I've never been on a kayak like this before. It's the first time I've worn a wetsuit. I cannot wait to see what's in store. So let's go. See ya. Right, go. That is brilliant. Fastest bit here then. And that was us. We were off kayaking out to the open sea. And if I said I wasn't nervous, I would definitely be lying. It's the first time I'd had a wetsuit on, never mind kayaked out at sea. But Cammy was great and made me feel really comfortable. And once he'd given me a little lesson on how to actually use the paddle, that's when I really started to enjoy it.
So you just want to hold the paddle just about shoulder width apart, that's perfect.
Okay.
And then just on, you pick a side, say the right side, and you just reach forward and in the water, pull it all the way back and swap. That's it, so you want the paddle in the water for quite a long time. So a lot of beginners do this kind of no effort little piddle paddle. Yeah, but it's just long, comfortable strokes, that's brilliant. And we've got 2-man power, so twice the speed of Andy over there. And we are off at 4 or 5 minutes from the first cave.
Brilliant.
And you're in for an absolute treat today.
Oh, I can't wait. Yeah, there's a guy I know from Arbroath that comes quite a lot. You'll definitely know him. Shug? Shug?
Oh yes,
Yeah.
Shug Ramsey.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a local legend.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been doing it for you. His videos are great as well, eh?
Yeah. He was the coach at Arbroath at the boxing club when I was boxing for St Francis.
Oh, nice.
Many years ago.
He's a good guy.
He's a good lad.
Right, can you see the first cave there?
Oh yeah.
So we'll head over.
Whoa, in there!
Aye.
It's tiny!
Are you ready for this?
I am definitely ready for this.
That's
yeah.
a big one.
It's a big one.
And you can chill. And we just chuck your paddle away and that is you.
Oh, do you clip it again?
Over the top.
Like that.
That's it, you've got it. You ready?
I am ready.
You sure?
I think so. Oh my God!
Nice.
Whoa! This is insane!
So if you put your torch on, double click it,
Double click it.
There
Alright,
you go.
there you go. Wow. This is nuts! Oh my god, look at all the deposit in that.
So just to your right, that's our first stalactite here. So right here,
Yeah.
millions of years of dripping water, which is solidified into what looks like rock. So calcium-rich water.
Wow, look at that.
Crazy, eh? Can you guess the name of this cave? After seeing that? Stalactite cave.
Stalactite cave.
You'll see why later. So that's us only a third of the way
Look at
in.
that face.
Yeah.
Look at the face, that's a face.
I've never noticed that.
That's the old man of Arbroath.
So now if you look to your right, we have a secret entrance.
Whoa. This is insane. Whoa.
And then Dave, if you look to your hard left, look where I'm pointing. There are carvings on this wall. See Fraser? There's one right in front of you.
Oh yeah.
It's underwater. But that
JW.
says F. Morris,
F. Morris.
1900.
Wow.
So there's a carving from 1900 in this cave.
That is nuts. Oh my goodness. Oh. This is actually a little bit scary. Look at that. I cannot believe how amazing that looks.
Incredible, eh?
Whoa. That is wild. Whoa. Look at all the pebbles.
Right, so what are we looking at here? So we're currently about 90 foot underground. We're at the end of a 300 foot tunnel called the Stalactite Cave, and now you can see why it's called the Stalactite Cave. So this, if you have a look here, so see that's just dripping water?
Yeah.
So that this here is not rock, it's calcium rich water which hardens over hundreds of years. And they grow apparently 0.1 millimeter every 10 years. So these can take tens of thousands of years to grow.
Wow.
And this cave, what's quite cool, you can actually walk here, fully dressed, families, kids, at certain low times of the month. And there's a lot of cool stuff hidden under the water at the moment.
Depending on the moon cycle.
Yeah. But you have to, if you're on that tour, you have to get out before the tide rises, because you'll be stuck here.
Right.
End of a 300 foot tunnel. Yeah.
That is just wild.
It's crazy.
This is unbelievable.
And this is cave one of maybe 15 to 20. So unknown. No one really knows about this in terms of Scottish tourism. So it's pretty sweet to do this every day and just show people how incredible it is.
Absolutely. I'm not gonna lie, if you guys weren't here, I would be absolutely shaking myself right now with those waves coming in. It sounds so loud. Because obviously you're in an echo chamber, aren't you, really?
Yeah, it just vibrates off the walls there.
Yeah. How dark is it in here if we turn the torches off? I just want to see how dark it is. Holy shit!
Just chill out in the main chamber and we'll catch up.
We're going into the abyss.
See ya, Dave!
I can't believe that people have been graffitiing in here since the early 20th century. It's wild, isn't it?
So that same carving is in another cave later on, which I'll show you. So we came in on the right there, see that
Yep.
cave entrance there? Very soon it's going to be too high, you can't get the kayaks through there. But we're going to exit to the left ahead of Andy.
Okay.
On you go, Andy, go for it.
Oh man. Yeah, big doorway. Wow. What? Nah, it's day.
So the area we're in now is called the Horseshoe. So this is the main cliff jumping area.
Wow.
So as Arbroath youngsters, we started at the Arbroath Harbour walls. You jump off of them after school for hours, and you get older and you come out here and this becomes your new playground.
Right.
Before you know it, folk are jumping off of that thing up there. See where I'm pointing?
Oh yeah, there's
The
a ledge.
diving board.
Yeah, see that?
So that is a horrible jump.
Oh my
And you
god.
have to jump out this way and clear that big rock there. Measures about 65 to 70 foot.
Oh no.
And that's what you're going to do later?
Aye, right.
No. No. I know.
And this cave here.
So the cave we were to ahead of you just now,
Yeah.
that's my favourite cave. It is the most dangerous one though. So it's closed at the moment because it closes at high tide.
Right.
But when it's lower, you get the kayaks all the way in, 350 foot. And at the end of it's a sandy underground beach with stalactites all over the ceiling.
No way.
It's beautiful. And in summer, the water glows like an emerald green colour in that cave as well.
Brilliant.
So you'll have to come back.
Oh no, definitely.
So if you look above Andy there, you see the cliff. There's kind of like a big
Yeah.
diagonal red line in the rock.
Yeah.
So once upon a time, imagine a riverbed laying down sand and silt and rocks and compacting into rocks.
Yep.
And more millions of years, the land slowly starts to tilt. So
Yeah.
what you're seeing there is the tilt of the land. That was once horizontal, created by a river, which is pretty cool.
That is awesome. Wow.
It's usually at this part on the tour, Dave, where we have a game of I Spy. So
Right.
you've got to find Donkey Kong or King Kong. What?
Oh, right there.
You got it?
Right there. It's got to be.
So we've got our very own Donkey Kong rock, or King Kong
Donkey
rock,
Kong rock.
and it's only from this angle.
Yeah.
So yes, straight ahead of us now. If you look up a wee bit, you've got the Needle's Eye.
Yeah.
So that is our #1 Instagram selfie spot nowadays. When I was younger, it was a cliff jump. Woo!
Whoa.
So everyone used to jump off the top or through the hole.
Yeah.
Good for sunrises as well.
Brilliant.
And lots of good climbing on these walls. These are all bolted. And this is the main fishing area as well. So in a hot summer's day, this area is just packed with people having fun.
Brilliant.
So if you look straight ahead of you,
Yeah.
at the bottom of that cliff, there's like a big cave. See the big black bit?
Big
I'll
black-
point to
Oh,
it.
yeah.
See there?
Yeah.
Area, black cave. You go inside that, you climb up 3 levels in the cliff and crawl out on that little ledge.
No way.
Halfway up. So that's called the 3-story house. So there's a 3-leveled cave hidden inside that cliff.
No way.
Pretty cool. The other secret, we'll go a bit closer. Now, if you look up there,
Yeah.
you see where I'm pointing?
Yeah.
Very soon you'll see a doorway and a window right up there.
Oh yeah.
And someone built a house out here. So there's a cave house up there.
No way.
And it's still an Arbroath mystery of who built it. So you've got flooring, 2 long red bus seats, maybe 10 foot by 12 foot. And
Wow.
there used to be a fully retractable rope ladder to get up to it.
Wow.
So if you ever come back for a walk, you've got the 3-story house and the cave house. Pretty cool.
Did not. That's unbelievable. Wow.
Yeah, expanding foam.
What?
A joiner did it because the woodwork's amazing. Nice, cool.
The deal seed.
So now you can see why. It looks like a big head shape looking out to sea.
Yeah. Yeah, I've fished there a couple of times. I can't believe that house. The 3-bedroom house, but the fact someone tried to build an actual house in it.
Oh, it's a bit of a ruin now, but in its day, 40 if you get easy to set it quite nicely.
Aye, like a wee bothy.
Yeah, but I really want to remake it.
That would be cool.
Remake it.
I love when you're walking up above, the way it kind of opens out here. When you're up there walking, it's just brilliant.
It's stunning from the top, eh?
It really is. But this is this is different. That is the same one. Wow.
Oh! Welcome. This is Smuggler's Cave. So just imagine 17th, 18th century, French, German, Dutch boat rowing in here, and if you sold your whiskey, brandy, tobacco here, the government didn't get 30% tax. If you sold it in the harbour, then they didn't call the tax. Sold it here, you got 100% of your money. So Britain was rife for smuggling. The Arbroath is the hotspot, so they could go on wheels in these caves, hidden from the eyes of the law. Cool.
Oh, cool. God, I bet this just looks pure bright green in summer.
It's incredible. It's like an emerald green colour. It's
yeah,
amazing.
I can imagine.
So if you kind of look up a little bit now, you're going to see the blowhole. Look up a bit more. And that there is about 60 to 70 foot high.
Wow.
And in rough weather, waves come down here and they can shoot 50 foot high out of that hole. So you get soaked if you're on the walking path.
No way.
It's waves that caused the hole. Just thousands of years of smash has collapsed this roof.
Wow.
And it's the second most popular cliff jumping spot.
I was away to say, this looks like a good spot to jump into.
So it's
How
mental.
deep is it here?
Oh, super deep. Never seen the bottom. So we sometimes take the lifeboat in here and it still measures 7 or 8 metres deep.
Wow.
Even at like mid or low tide, so it's super deep in here.
Wow, okay.
So we're not in the right season for it, but this is the cave where the water glows like an emerald green colour.
All right, okay. I'm definitely going to have to come back and do this in season. I was looking at some of your photos on the socials.
Yeah.
And you see that sort of bright green.
Oh, it's insane.
I can imagine. Obviously, we're not going to go into all the caves we can go into today because of the tidal conditions and things of that nature. But how many caves are there here in total?
I'd say between Arbroath and Alchemy, you've probably got about 20 different caves to choose from.
Wow.
And between Arbroath and the Deal's Head, 5 of them we call the Big 5 because they are the breathtaking ones.
Right, okay.
So some of them are over 400 foot long and they end in little underground beaches or giant caverns.
Whoa. This is mad.
You see all the green colour everywhere.
Wow.
So in a second, we'll all chuck our torches on. If you give it a double click, we'll really light up this ceiling. And then if you have a look up, see all the stalactites everywhere.
Oh, wow.
And the green colour is caused from sunlight. It's a type of lichen, and it grows. So as we get further in, where the sunlight doesn't penetrate, it turns all grey and creepy looking.
Wow.
This one has the best ceiling. People look up, it's incredible.
It is wild. It's like something off a movie set, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like Gollum's cave, Lord of the Rings.
Oh, it is.
So it forks into 2, this is the bright fork straight ahead, over 400 foot long, ends in a creepy little muddy cavern.
Wow.
And behind us is the love the view. That's like something that's amazing.
That is just magic. Wow.
If you go down the west fork, so I'll take you down the slide bit here. You've got these amazing stalactites up close. I'll show you them.
Oh! Wow! Oh! Oh my god!
So that's as far as we go. We're too wide.
Yeah, yeah. That is wild. Stunning, isn't it?
So Dave, it looks like we're going to a dead end, but this actually leads to one of the best spots in the whole entire Arbroath Cliffs. You just look at Andy there, we're going to follow him. And, it's going to be tight. I might need to do a ninja move to get through here, but hold on, we'll see.
Oh, it's tight.
No, we're through. Nice. So that tunnel was called Mermaid's Tunnel.
Yeah.
And it leads to one of the greatest swimming spots in the whole of Scotland. Welcome to paradise.
It's just totally hidden away, isn't it?
Mermaid's Kirk.
Mermaid's Kirk.
I started a couple of whiskey in here and the pals one night and then we couldn't get out.
Right, so we've come into this beautiful little, what would you call it, like a wee cove or something? I don't know what you would call it. But it's absolutely stunning, and I've just been told here that I'm away to do a cliff jump. I'm looking forward to it. I don't know how I feel about this. Let's do it.
Yep! Yep!
Yeah, boy! Mouth full of seawater.
Oh, I wasn't filming! Did you do it again?
Eh?
I wasn't filming!
I wasn't. Thank you so much, man. That was fantastic.
good.
Andy, come here. No, thanks very much again. Obviously, Andy actually came on one of my Arden Adventures, group adventures, the first one I ever did last year, and he told me about Cammy and what he does here. And what a day we got for it. Honestly, we couldn't have got a better day.
Unbelievable for March, yeah.
It's
Such a
March,
good day.
you
So
know.
good.
It was, and that cliff jump, it was absolutely freezing, even with the wetsuit on. But I hope you enjoyed that, folks. And if this is something that you would be interested in, you know, trying, even if you've never done it before. I'd never worn a wetsuit before. The only other kayak I'd ever been in before was an inflatable, which was completely different. And with Cammy there as well, just leading the way, telling you everything about the caves as well. It's honestly an unforgettable experience. I would highly recommend trying it out for yourself during season. But again, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Honestly, really appreciate
Glad you
it.
enjoyed it. Cheers.
As the sun sets over Arbroath, the day winds down. But tomorrow there's more to see of this wee town and its history that we've still to uncover. Well, good morning folks, and after what was an amazing day yesterday, fishing and then kayaking into those caves, I had a fairly quiet night last night. Went to Andy's, had a shower, and we had a couple of drams of whiskey, which was lovely. But today, my first stop in Arbroath is at Arbroath Abbey, and that's where the Declaration of Arbroath, signalling Scotland's independence in 1320, was written. And of course, if you remember my episode from Perth when I went to the museum, I saw the Stone of Destiny for the first time. And this is where the students stole it from Westminster back in the day and kept it at Arbroath Abbey. These ruins are some of the most important in Scotland. Founded in 1178 by William the Lion, it became one of the most powerful religious sites in medieval Scotland. But it's what happened here in 1320 that gave it its place in history. The Declaration of Arbroath, a letter sent to Pope John the 22nd, was written here, asserting Scotland's independence from England. It wasn't just a message from a king, it was a statement from a nation, declaring that Scotland would never submit to English rule and that its people would fight for their freedom for as long as even 100 of them remained alive. That idea that a nation's authority comes from its people would go on to influence democratic thinking around the world. And centuries later, this place found itself at the centre of another moment in Scottish history. In 1950, the Stone of Destiny was taken from Westminster Abbey and brought back to Scotland by a group of students and left here at Arbroath Abbey, draped in a saltire, a symbolic return to the place where Scotland once declared its independence. And just beyond these walls, there's another story tied to this town. That's the story of David Dunbar Buick. Born here in Arbroath, he would go on to found the Buick Motor Company in the United States. It's a reminder that even from places steeped in ancient history like this, new ideas can still shape the modern world. It's not just old ruins you're looking at Arbroath Abbey, it's the foundations of a nation's identity. Well, that was brilliant. It's a shame some of it was closed off right now as well, but safety first and all that. But an amazing history here, without question. And yeah, I'm really glad I came and made it a stop. But I am getting hungry now, and both Andy and Cammy told me yesterday that I should try a smoky pie from Sells, it's called. It's like Sells Fish Shop or whatever. And I've never had a smoky pie before. I mean, I cannot come to Arbroath and not get smokies. Obviously, definitely not, and I absolutely love my smokies. Anyway, but I've never had a smoky pie, and apparently theirs is absolutely fantastic. So I'm going to go there and get one for my dinner. Hiya, how you doing? Could I get one of those smoky pies, please? Do you heat them at all?
I could warm it.
That would be great, thank you.
A smoky one, is it?
Yeah, smoky pie, and I'm going to take some vacuum packed as well.
Is it just a pair?
Aye, that's grand. How long do they keep?
They keep for 10 days in your fridge.
Brilliant.
Or you can freeze them in the park if you want to.
Brilliant, thank you. Right, it's time to try this famous smoky pie. It looks amazing. That is actually incredible. It's so, obviously it's smoky, it's fishy, cheese on top. It's really like creamy as well, honestly. Wow, bravo. Right, well, my belly is full and the sun is shining, so I am a happy laddie. I tell you, that was fantastic. That is one of the best pies I have ever had the pleasure to taste. It was superb. But now, I'm going to go to a building that would often be overlooked, people visiting Arbroath. I only found out about it myself last night when Andy told me about it. And if you like Gothic kind of architecture, like you would see at the famous Roslin Chapel, then this might just tickle your boat. This is the mortuary chapel in Arbroath's Western Cemetery, also known as the Fraser Mortuary Chapel, or sometimes the Temple of Love. It was designed by Scottish artist and architect Patrick Allen Fraser and built between 1875 and 1884. The chapel was created as a memorial to his wife Elizabeth and her parents, a personal tribute that's reflected in both its scale and detail. Architecturally, it's a striking example of Victorian Gothic design, with ornate stonework, pointed arches, and a level of craftsmanship that sets it apart from most cemetery buildings. It's also A-listed, recognising its national importance as both a piece of architecture and a work of art. Although it's not always open to the public, from the outside alone you can see why it stands out, not just as a place of remembrance, but as a building designed with real intention and meaning behind it. Well, that was great. It is a beautiful building, and at other times of the year you can actually go inside as well. Unfortunately it's not open right now, but it's definitely one to go on my list when I come back this way next time during season, because I would love to see what it looks like inside too, but it is quite an impressive building. However, now I'm just about to head to the beautiful Alchemy, and I cannot wait for this sunset tonight because I think it is going to be absolutely spectacular. And it's going to be the perfect end to this episode. And if you've enjoyed watching this episode, please subscribe to my channel. It is free and it will help me grow. Leave a like, leave a comment, and if you're one of the lucky few that figure out how to hype videos, feel free to do that as well. Any sort of engagement just helps YouTube recognise it as a good video and therefore go and show it to more and more people. Every little helps, as they say. But time to go to Alchemy. Like and subscribe for more van life adventures.